Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Wanted to do a shorter intro, just get things going here. Volume's down bad, really bad. We'll cover that, go over all the mints and all that jazz. Let me get the guys in here quickly. What's up, guys?
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo,
Hey, what's up, man?
Yo, yo. Yeah, so volume really bad. I I don't know. I mean, I haven't felt good about NFTs just personally. I don't know why in like a week or two, but the volume looked really good a couple weekends ago, but we're down really bad this last weekend. McKay had said, what was it, McKay, about the number of users?
yeah, if you just scroll down on Dune, it's the third box on the right or on the left, sorry. I was looking at the metric of OpenSea monthly active traders. Basically what it does is it takes a snapshot of OpenSea's active traders. So all you had to do is make one transaction in the month of April and it would take a snapshot of it. And if you look at it, the metric of so 1st of April we had 265,400 active wallets who made at least one trade.
Yeah.
And the only time we were basically just at that same amount was in November. So December we were about 15% above that, and then substantially like 2x that for the past 3 months. And I think that's a really underrated metric that we haven't talked about enough on this podcast, is that, in order for NFTs to continue growing, we need to be continuously seeing more money externally coming internally, and not only just going into one project, but being constantly circulated. And so, yeah, I just think that's an underrated metric that we need to keep an eye on.
I agree, McKay. And just to add on to one of your statements there about, in order for NFTs to keep growing, I would say that, that is true definitely for NFTs to continue growing at their current rate of price increase, right? I see a lot of tweets just about how the average consumer is so priced out. I mean, it's not even close to reasonable for someone to try to dabble with NFTs that aren't extremely, high risk degen plays, right? Anything blue chip, people are just so priced out of. So in a like macro market correction, if that would actually allow for onboarding of more, normal consumers, I guess, in theory, if the prices do correct in any type of drastic way over the next year or so. So yeah, it's interesting that the wallet active traders got cut in half. That is really crazy.
Got Best Buy going off right now on some GPUs. Let's see.
I also wonder if some of those metrics are coming from the fact that people aren't selling or buying right now. Like to trade, you have to do both. But if they are just new registered users, I've suspected that like the wallet numbers are inflated and have been for a while in terms of like the actual number of individual people, considering a lot of people have multiple. So I just kind of take those and I reduce that number of like total wallets probably in half, just because I think most people probably have two at minimum. But that's just how I've been looking at things. Obviously, yeah, super low volume over the weekend. Not what I don't think any of us were really expecting after some surges on Friday. But, tax season is around the corner. It's a week from today. So maybe people are taking money there. I think there's also some bigger projects coming out with higher entry costs and things. People definitely looking to free up some liquid for that. But yeah, I'm not panicking or anything. Like if you weren't selling one of your blue chips at like, a higher floor, I don't think you'd be selling it now. Just when volume slows down, it's obviously tough to watch your bags kind of go down a little bit. But if you think about this long term, to me, like we've seen these bear periods or lower volume periods last for like between like 2 weeks to a month, and then out of nowhere things just go crazy again. So to me, it's like a small blip on the radar. I'm not really worried, but I can totally understand like it seems like the fear sentiment is definitely higher today and over the weekend, especially on Twitter and things from what I've seen.
Cool. Let's check out our Ethereum and Bitcoin. Oh, Ethereum still sitting a little above 3,000. But I've got to watch some more of the technical analysis, guys. They've been pretty bearish, I think. I just haven't really dug in much. on what's going on the technical side of things. We had like a really good run up from like 2200 the past month or two, and it kind of just sat around, I don't know, 35 to 37 or whatever. And yeah, we've just been coming down now the past few weeks. So I don't know whether this is going to affect NFTs at all. We'll see. Obviously, we would like, if Ethereum was going down, we would like to see NFT prices go up in Ethereum. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Do you guys have anything to say with cryptocurrencies at all?
Personally, just a little bit bearish. I don't know. I feel like people are they tend to trend alongside, you know, fiat currencies and stock market and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just trying to be cautious right now. I'm not going to overextend myself in anything speculative.
Yeah.
I've been out on altcoins and like shit coins per se for quite a while now. Interesting thing though, I've been watching is just the price action on Ape. I don't know. It's interesting to watch. I know we have that on our list too, but that's the coin I'm really most concerned about right now. ETH, you know, goes up, goes down. To me, like hopefully it goes further down so we can see some pumping in NFTs perhaps. But that's what I'm watching.
Cool. Let's go into book games, Gary V stuff. Lots of FUD going around with how silly some of his stuff looks on this V2 stuff. It just looks really childish, and like that's not the buyers of NFTs. It's just like the opposite. And we see the floor here on book games coming down to 0.2. Honestly, like that was expected that we'd see this floor come down. Now, what we'd like to see is once we get closer to the burn event where you'll have 15 days of burning these to get new characters, we would like to see the floor obviously come up significantly. But we will see what happens with that. The minting starts tomorrow, and you have 12 and a half days if you're a part of the friends list. You get to mint for $995 if you were selected. And some people obviously have multiples they're going to be minting. So we'll see what happens. A lot's going to happen over the next couple of days with floor price of V2, V-Friends. We'll see what goes on. And obviously this will be on our radar for the next several weeks. So I know Ace Love, one of our staff guys, was selling. I personally haven't sold a lot of these. I'll look to sell book games. Like I had said in Discord, I'll look to sell them like a day or two leading up to when certain frames are going to be required. So like emerald frames are going to be required on like, I don't know, the 6th day or something for the alligator. So you would hope and think that the alligator frame or the emerald frames would go up as people FOMO because they want to get 5 of those to mint. So right now the emeralds are at 0.58. They were like 0.7 around the time of the whole drawing for the friends list. So they're down about 0.1, 0.12. So I'm hoping that these go back up and I can sell into people wanting to get the alligator. So like the interesting thing is like it takes 5 of these to enter the drawing. So that's, if you take 5 times right now 0.58, 5 times 0.5, let's just say 2.5, basically 2.7, let's just call it 2.7 ETH. You'd have to burn those 5 if you were selected to get one of the alligators, right? So is the alligator going to be worth over 3 ETH? Because if not, you're wasting your frames instead of just selling them. So my idea is I have a hard time seeing them be worth that much, even though I guess it's very possible it is, and I could be completely wrong. But I'll probably look to sell if these tick back up into some FOMO. That's kind of my thoughts right now. So I don't know. You guys have thoughts on book games, Gary V Friends, anything?
To me, if I can break even and get my book games for free and just hold them, that's probably the play. I may look to sell a couple just so I have liquid for some stuff that I'm watching for later this week. But I'm probably going to be selling my V-Friends Series 2. I lost a lot of confidence in the project of V-Friends Series 2 when I started seeing Gary V's videos that he's been putting out. I think he's got his target audience completely wrong here. Like Vince was saying, the videos are kind of silly. To me, they look like they're built for or made for like middle schoolers or even younger. And to me, I don't see anybody caring about this.
even if Gary V's name is attached. Obviously, VFriends Series 1 has a lot of cachet because of some of the auctions that have happened and some of the holders and the high floor price. But I don't know about Series 2. I'm worried, but I'm not worried about book games. I think he'll make value there long term. So if I can break even, I probably will sell my Series 2 VFriends and look to maybe exit some book games just to free up that liquid. But I would like to hold most. And this play for me, like, once I saw the book games floor kind of capitulate downward after the snapshot, I kind of realized that this wasn't a profit-making play with the Series 2 unless you were able to hit like a rare. To me, this has always kind of been a break-even, be able to like make some money back for the book games that you bought and then like kind of hold on to those. So that's still my plan. It's disappointing to see the way that he's gone about the Series 2 stuff. I think, I don't know what his team is doing. I would imagine he's got some input, but like a lot of the graphics and stuff, to me, even like the VFriends, as the videos end, like there's someone that sings VFriends and like the cat jumps on there. To me, like that, he's just got his target demographic wrong here. So until he rights that ship, I'm bearish on Series 2, but I'm more bullish on book games. So if I can hold those, I would like to hold a good number, so I don't have to buy back way higher.
Yeah, I almost wonder if he like outsourced a good amount of this V2 stuff and that whole video stuff and all that and didn't have much direction with it. Because I don't know, maybe he said like I want it to be really kid friendly. Maybe he knows he's going to be doing some sort of cartoon show. I'm not sure, but it just seems really, I don't know, miscalculated or something. But maybe we're wrong and he's a genius and we're rocks, but we'll find out. Let's go into these Moonbirds.
Yeah, this is a really interesting one, and it's probably the project that I'm most excited for in April, short of the land sale, obviously, if we do still see that. So Moonbirds, to give a project overview, basically it's a 10K profile picture style collection from the guys behind Proof Collective, which is basically Proof is it's a podcast for NFT collectors, and Kevin Rose is one of the founders and he leads the podcast, and he created an NFT that basically its sole purpose was to be a limited run, almost like a membership pass, gives you access to a Discord that's for NFT collectors. They're specific in calling them collectors because it's not quite an alpha group. It's not a trading group. It's for people that really collect NFTs in a serious way. So most of them are whales, and they have a long-term outlook on the space and on a lot of projects. Some of the cool benefits of the Proof Collective are that you get weekly in-depth analysis reports. They've hired a research team to do deep dives on NFT projects and collections and teams, and you get like a newsletter from them. You also have access to a bunch of different Discord channels and obviously the networking that comes with that. The Proof Collective, the floor right now on OpenSea is 80 ETH, and that started at a Dutch auction that went all the way down to 1 ETH. So if you got in there and still have it, you're up a ton. Also, some of the benefits for the holders of that, one of them is that every holder was given access to a free airdrop of an NFT designed by one of the most, or some of the most famous NFT artists in the space. So Gary V did one, the guys from Larva Labs did one, and everyone was given a random one, all the holders. So the guys behind this, Kevin Rose and his team, are really all about giving holders the most bang for their buck for just holding and kind of rewarding them with these crazy things that are completely unexpected. So Moonbirds is the next phase of that. And that's 10,000, it's 10,000 piece collection. The Proof holders get early access. They're already whitelisted. I think they can mint 2,000 each, or 2 each. Sorry, so that's 2,000 to them. And Moonbirds did a raffle through pre-mint, and you needed 2.5 ETH in your wallet just to enter.
Wow.
So a lot of people were upset about that. But they basically calculated after talking to the guys from the Proof Collective that it would be a huge gas war, and the price auction starting at 2.5 ETH would sell out at 2.5 ETH almost without a doubt. So they decided to just start it there and have it open, the raffle at that price. I'm really bullish on this one. I think obviously it's going to sell out at 2.5 ETH. The raffle is going to be really tough to win. I can see it doing a 2x almost immediately on secondary. I'm excited because they've got this really cool staking system called nesting, where basically they're trying to reward people who nest their NFTs for the longest amount of time with various rewards. One of the examples that they drew was if you had bought a Bored Ape at mint and held it until the ape coin airdrop, you still got the same amount of coins as someone who bought it the day before the airdrop, and they want to do better than that, is what they said. So I think there'll be a real reward here for the people that diamond hand this one. Obviously, the art isn't anything crazy, but you're really buying it because you get access to the discords, some of the channels within there for the proof discord, and you just get to be a part of that community. I'd expect the owner distribution on the Moonbirds to be really good because the owner distro on proof is really, really good. I think it's like 90% or something crazy. Like most people only have one of these, so I'm expecting it to be the same for this one. So super stoked. That's going down this Saturday. I think that's going to be a huge liquidity event for other projects, and I wonder if people selling out of other stuff is to free up capital for this one because it is quite hyped at the moment. But I think people are going to make a good bit of money on this one, and I wouldn't be surprised if more volume comes back to other projects after this mints out. So definitely one to watch. I'm working on a channel right now.
Cool.
Going to have a flips post up as well. But this one I'm really excited for.
Sounds great. Thanks, Aiden. First day out by Drifter Shoots. So I was kind of excited for this like a week ago, and then once it started minting, I went to like the OpenSea collection page and I saw like 5,000 items or something, and I just started scrolling and I was like, this is so, like, I just don't care. There's so many of these and it's just the same thing. There's two different things. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it at all, and now you see the floor is below mint by almost 25%. So, and I thought it was funny, like all over Twitter were like, people all over Twitter were like, oh, if you're not buying this mint, you don't know what you're doing. And it was like all these bigger name people. It was just like, okay, that's cool. But I don't think anybody here minted this.
No, I definitely didn't. I was excited for this as well for the same reason, because to be honest, we'd missed a bunch of the other open editions. This one felt like an easy one, but I think market conditions are really rough right now. So, you know,
would you buy one at 0.1?
I would buy. I'm a buyer at 0.1 for sure, because I would just stash this away. But 0.2 is a little. I mean, 0.2 is really not that bad in the grand scheme of things. I may pick one up just to hold it. The floor. I think the floor got down to point. Yeah, there are so many.
Like there's 5,000 of this, and it's not even like, in my opinion, special at all. It's not like his art, his pictures, where it's like you have that only one. It's a really awesome picture, and if you were to like, I don't know, put it anywhere, I don't know. It's just like you and 5,000 other people have this really boring picture. I don't know.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't feel special to me. It felt like almost a charitable, like, project, because he was talking about like donating to some of the charities that he cares about. Like, I think one of the ones was helping people who just get out of prison get on their feet.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a cool thing, but like from an investment perspective, maybe I can see this going to like 0.3 in like 3 months. But is that really the best use of your 0.2? I don't know. I don't really care about it. I would buy one at like 0.14, 0.13 just to hold, but you know, I didn't. And I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Yeah.
I accidentally slept through it and then worked out.
You slept through the whole 24-hour thing?
Yep, whole thing.
Holy shit, though, bro.
No, I was waiting until the last minute. That's what I like to do on open editions, and I was taking a nap and forgot.
Well, just buy now. 0.16.
From Drift's perspective, he's making hay when the sun shines. I thought it was funny that he announced this thing like literally the day that the X copy open edition sold out, because he's like, damn, this is probably a hell of an opportunity. I know a percentage of it went to charity, but with a few open editions doing well, it was just a primed conditions for one of them to end up tanking and people losing on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
and I mean, how much this almost feels a little low. Obviously, he did the site, but this almost feels a little low effort to me. I feel like his stuff is so cool, some
Yeah.
of it, and like this one didn't feel special.
Yeah. All right, get out of here, Drifter. Ape coin went up to like 12, 12.50, maybe even a little higher at some points. Back down
From
below
10
11.
bucks though, like in like an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, and some movement on some of the floors as well. So a lot of speculation that this week or in the next week or two, we're gonna see that land sale and everything. Um, I sold my mutant just because I don't know. I feel like the market's just shit, but probably not the time to sell it, to be honest, because it looked like it had been accumulating, the mutant floor at least. And anyways, I don't know. Speculation at this point seems like once again maybe some insiders know something's up with the way the mutant and ape and the ape coin have gone up the past couple days, but yeah.
I'm just shocked that the Bored Ape floor is holding as steady as it is in the market conditions that we're in.
Right,
Like
I am too, for sure.
it got down to 103 over the weekend. I've been watching that pretty closely. It's back up to 110. So I think people know what's going on. I think the anticipation for this ape land sale is really building now, because it really feels like it could be any day now. So yeah, I'm shocked at that. I'm also surprised that the mutant floor continuing to move up. I haven't been watching the kennel dogs at all, but congrats to the ape holders, 'cause this is crazy. I mean, holding at 110 even when ETH is going down like significantly, it's crazy. I don't know.
So
Good for you guys.
So the technical analysis guys were saying the other day when it did break up, it flew up to 12, and that's just based on, if you're looking at my screen right now, you'll see that this has been a downtrend since March 27th. Every time it retested that downtrend, it went down and down and down, and then it finally tested and retested and broke through that heavy. Now we've come back down, and actually it retested and it bounced off of that. So yeah, for TA guys, that's why when it broke here, you would have had a lot of buyers. Right at it looks like once it broke about $11, that would have been like when you bought if you were a technical trader. So kind of interesting to see that. It's some basic TA for sure, but it can work. Okay, Magic Eden stuff, Atadians. One we've talked about before. What do we have slumped on this project now?
So it wasn't so much a focus on this specific project. It was just more a focus on that all of these really solid projects that we called a while back are now pumping. And I put a post out. I'm seeing all over that these really solid projects. Sol, contrary to all the ETH, but that we've kind of been going through right now, Sol's kind of on fire right now. And I've been holding a lot of these like really solid and unique projects, and I've just only been rewarded for doing so. Atadians ran almost to 21 over the weekend. Soul Gods went from 35 to 55, 60. D Gods are almost at 200. So I just kind of wanted to talk about that. I'm not rushing to sell things. Our original kind of take on Soul was just to click flip everything, and I don't think that's the case anymore. Definitely on a project to project basis, but that's kind of a strategy that I'm taking now, and it's paying off.
Yeah, I love Solana. McKay was talking about doing some Solana stuff. I think it's a great place to do NFTs. It's like
so much lower risk.
yeah,
and
it's
just
so
lower
low
cost.
risk, and like it seems like if you just keep buying like solid ones, one of them's gonna 10x, and it's gonna take care of 7 losses that you had. Especially in these bull runs for Solana projects. So
Dude, I think if we ever see a bridge between ETH and Sol on OpenSea
oh
that can
yeah.
make it really easy for the ETH guys to swap, I think
Yeah.
Sol just fucking
Well,
rips.
that's what I thought that OpenSea was gonna do. I thought it was gonna
did
be
too.
like you could buy your DGod, let's just say it was 200 Solana, you'd click it and you could just literally pay. It would do a swap right there. I mean, that's basic like tech shit. I mean that's built
Yeah.
into all kinds of websites and MetaMask and shit. So I think that would have been awesome. It's obviously a little more difficult because you're swapping chains, But I mean, they could do the same shit that like Treasure does or whatever, where it's like you would swap ETH to USDT and then USDT to Solana. They could have used tons of different APIs, I'm sure, to do that. So, and obviously charge you like a little minor fee. But whatever. I think I agree with that. If they did do that, it would have been really bullish for those floors. But yeah, Solana, I love that for beginners, and also, I mean, I make some plays in Solana, and I enjoy doing it. My last one was I just bought these Decimus Dynamics. We talked about these last week. Everyone was in agreement, I think, that they looked really, really cool, and I thought they looked really cool, and that's kind of how I buy most projects. So I bought one of these at like 6 or something, and I'll just hold it. If it goes up to like 10, I'll probably sell or something, but I think they're cool.
What's the floor on it now?
6.5.
Okay. Yeah, I saw
The
the
cool thing about that is that the project hasn't even started yet. It minted yesterday. So this is just people buying it based on community, I guess, expectations and future plans. They have another roadmap coming out in 2-3 days, which I think is driving some interest too. So I'm looking out for that.
Cool.
I did want to mention
homeowners.
one cool thing before that.
Before homeowners.
Apparently, I'm seeing rumors of a Bored Ape Yacht Club Solana Alpha group all over Twitter, which is kind of cool. And they're all buying Soul Gods.
Soul Gods. Okay.
That's a project my friend told me to blindly ape in before I started really looking into the ecosystem. I bought it at 6. And
wow.
Probably should have done some research sooner.
You still have it?
I do. I think they have another airdrop coming.
Wow.
Or have an airdrop coming, and I think they're going to dip slightly then, and I might be looking to try and make some plays on that. And I have a write-up coming for that probably in a couple days. So something to look out for a big...
Okay.
I don't know if it's blue chip yet, but could be.
Cool. They're pretty cool. I don't like them as much as decods, but they're cool. Okay, Homeowners Association parcels.
Yeah, so
today?
this is minting whitelist today and public tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I see that.
So this is, I've never seen anything like this. It's almost like a 2-part project. So Parcel is, you call it the parent website. It's basically like a digital real estate investment simulator, but with actual money, which is kind of cool. They take basically aggregate data of tons of different factors into actual land price in popular cities. I think they've got New York City neighborhoods, Los Angeles, San Francisco. They've just got a bunch of different options. And I think you can invest on a square foot basis or something. It was a lot to take in. There's a lot going on here. But the NFT, one is just super cheap. Whitelist is getting it for 0.4. Public's getting it for 0.65. So just that alone is making this worth at least keeping an eye on, which is kind of the stance I have on it right now. You don't need the NFT to trade on this platform. You can do it eventually. I think they just finished their beta yesterday. The NFT does get early access, and it does seem like it's got a decent following. They've got 45,000 followers on Twitter, I think 30,000 in the Discord. The engagement based on those numbers isn't as high as I'd like to see, but again, it's just so low cost that I have to watch it and see if it's worth it. So we have a full 24 hours to see kind of how the whitelist looks, and that's how I'm basing my decision on if I'm going to mint these or not.
Right on. Okay, Yaku Core announced their capsule plus bike for the whitelist, and they've announced the date. I guess we knew that you needed a bike and a capsule, but April 30th is the date for this. Go ahead, Slumped. I think they look sick.
So this was the moment we've been waiting for. They look absolutely incredible. We've got a bunch of guys on Yaku Corp with us, which is awesome. There's really a couple ways to play this. I'm going to hold through and through because I love the project, and I think it's got pretty solid long-term potential to really go crazy.
You're Yaku
but I know
degen.
I wouldn't even call it a degen. but yes, I'm a big Yaku guy. It was the first project I really got into that really drove me to the space, so I love it. It's got really good future implications. But anyway, there's a couple kind of stances that you can take on this, I think. We have a lot of guys who bought in. I think these are going to slowly accumulate in price. or go up in price as we approach April 30th. The team has some more announcements that they're teasing this week that should hopefully drive price up a bit more. So if you're looking to get out, the time to flip, I think, is going to be before they take their snapshot for the avatars, which is what they did for the capsules. There will probably be a dump after that, slightly in the short term. They haven't said if they were going to definitely do the snapshot, but I would assume they're going to do it again. I don't know why they wouldn't. Alternatively, another play you could do is mint your avatar. The cost is pretty low. Honestly, I think what this project was really missing was like that identifiable face to it, because who's going to make a bike or a key card to a house their profile picture? So I think we're going to hopefully see a lot more Yaku PFPs on Twitter after this mint, which should drive some demand. I'm definitely minting mine. They're so low cost at 1.75 that there's no way they aren't profitable. I mean, capsules were 2.5, I think, for whitelist, and those opened at 10 and have yet to really go below 6.57. So definitely going to be profitable on that. I wouldn't be selling my avatar personally, but totally another avenue you could take here. And there might even be some more plays that I'm not thinking about, but those are kind of the three clear options that I see. And I know we have guys that are going to probably all together do like a mix of it in the group.
Cool.
I don't know what are you doing with yours?
I'm gonna mint one and just keep the avatar unless they go to like fucking 30 or something. I don't know, even at
Me
30
too, yeah,
though, that'd be
mint
tough.
and hold.
Yeah, I think maybe
Yeah.
mint and hold.
Yep.
Okay, that's done. NFTs are done. Quick retail segment here. We have Joe Fresh Goods with another New Balance. I think they're really cool. I think they're like super unique for the colors that they've done. I like them a lot. I think they're better than the last one he did. I don't think they're as good as his like original, the red ones or whatever, but I think they're better than that bluish one he did. Yeah, the Fresh Goods outside clothes. I like these ones more that are coming out. When are these?
The 15th.
The 15th. Okay. Nice. Obviously, these will be a full send. They look really comfortable. Anything else retail related that we want to talk about?
I think we have a rumored Yeezy drop, foam runners.
Foam runners.
That should
that's
be
right.
cool. And then we had the zebras this weekend. People, I think, hit a lot of those, but they're still profitable, so it's always nice to see.
Union 2s. That
Oh,
collection
yeah,
is
Union
too.
2s.
Those should do well.
I
Low
like
key,
'em.
I need a pair of those slides really bad for the toe.
Some
I
slides.
have an older pair of those slides, like the most obscure model ever, and they were on sale. I bought them. I wear them all the time. And now they're making them in Union. Need them.
I like these Unions a lot. I've never
Not a
had a
huge
Jordan
shoe guy.
2. At
Yeah,
least
I'm
that
not
I
a big
know
shoe
of.
guy.
I might have like when I was a kid or something. I think I like the gray fog more. I think the blue eyelets are really cool on them. Whatever. Cool. I'm done for the day. You guys got anything?
Nothing for me.
Cool. Thank you guys. We will be here tomorrow.